the mountains are made marble.
Yeah. Amy, I'm thinking of getting a marble bust of myself.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Are you ready for this?
Super ready.
We feel super safe. We can do just about anything. Are we doing construction today? Should be pretty fun. I like this helmet. I feel super safe. Yeah, I'm ready for the construction site and can't wait for the marble shop.
Yeah. Trying to fix something out. We're going to learn where marble comes from today.
Welcome to World's Greatest Adventures. I'm your host, Adam, and with Amy, we're going to show you this incredible quarry in Italy. All right, Amy, can you describe the scale of where we are?
Enormous.
Yeah,
I mean,
enormous.
For scale, you can see entire bulldozers, and they look like toys.
Let's zoom down. I want to zoom down and show people. Like, if you zoom down.
This is enormous construction equipment, and
Okay,
it looks tiny.
So, this is a marble valley that called the Discrete. That is not in a singular quarry, but it is in a valley where are 30 working quarries. Each level is in a marble quarry. On the right, behind the mountain, there is another marble valley that called Torano. And on the left, behind there is Colonnata Marble Valley. Yeah? That after we going to see. And now we are in the middle. This is the biggest and it also the best because it's open to the sea. Now we have an amazing view. Usually here there are about 100, 150 workers plus the truck drivers. The excavation marble in Carrara goes back from Roman age. The first documents are from 2nd century before Christ.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So Amy tells me that marble like this can go anywhere from $60 to $250 per square foot as a countertop. And you can imagine how many countertops some of these huge slabs of marble could make. So in mines like this, pretty much every little scrap can be used. That's because, of course, you can use the larger pieces for things like countertops, but the calcium carbonate is used in toothpaste, it's used in makeup, and even in things like antacids.
At the bottom of the mountains, we see Carrara town and the harbor with the Virgin cruise. From here, it's easy to understand that the logistic of this place is perfect. Quarries, a harbor, quarries, factories, quarries, town. Look at the truck. Eh? And this was important in special when they didn't exist the trucks, when they used the vehicles. Good, now, look, up there. Up there is where from the best quality. It's a marble white like milk that called statuary marble. The problem is that in Carrara it's from only up there. There is a small quarry for all world and the price. So the people put white gold.
Wow. So I think the thing that stood with me the most is that this is one mountain. And this one mountain is 2 kilometers up of pure marble. It's just marble. And then they think below the surface, 2 kilometers down. And then this wraps all the way around a mountain range for 29 kilometers circling of pure marble.
I think there are 187 different quarries.
Just here, just this location. This is the biggest location in the world. Most of it is a national park. And just, again, for scale, I keep zooming in, but you can just see. That's a bridge down there. And it's funny because the roads are just lined in like marble bricks that are probably worth a lot. This is kind of the coolest thing I've ever seen.
For the pieces, there are many kinds. The marble from Carrara, it is white like milk.
So as we'll explain later, this adventure is part of our Virgin Voyages cruise from Barcelona to Rome. Of course, you're going to want to subscribe for even more about this adventure. But yeah, we had a great time here, and this quarry, as you can tell, is absolutely enormous.
To white like ice, to gray or gray dark. Okay, why? Because it is composed of calcium carbonate. The vein gray is carbon. When the marble becomes gray, inside there is more carbon, it becomes hard. The darker gray is the hardest. When it is very white, inside there is more calcium carbonate and is easy to work. The best quality arrives 98% of calcium carbonate and derive the name statuary that in Italian means granite.
So our tour guide pointed out that marble stays really cold, so that's why it's so popular, and it is ice cold right here. That's why it's so popular in hot countries. Does anyone else just enjoy watching these trucks move? This is like a scene out of my childhood, except my Hot Wheels cars are now life-size. In fact, they're larger than life. And I can only imagine as this thing zigs and zags its way down the mountain, what the brakes have to do here, what the engineering is, and how they have to downshift. This is really fun to see, and how much weight this thing actually weighs. It's gotta be tons and tons of weight. So this is the top of the mountain, and he says that these slices out of the mountain represent about 50 years of mining. Each section now taking about 2 years, and they have to get it re-permitted every 2 years. The government doesn't let them take down the entire mountain, so they can only kind of take the back of the mountain, leaving the tips and the peaks still there for aesthetic view. I'm amazed that the mountain is completely made of marble. And in a moment, we're going to see a rare scene where they actually tip some of the marble out of the mountain. But first, let's see some of the winding roads as we go down the mountain. And I gotta tell you, going down this is unnerving for a lot of people, because if you were to slide off the edge, you would just keep tumbling and tumbling down this rock and marble mountain.
So marble, and below there is a sand.
Yeah?
And there the problem is that maybe collapse.
Yes.
Here the mountains are made marble.
Yeah.
Maybe fall in a piece, but
Yeah.
not in a piece of
Not a
mountain.
collapse, right?
It's like a Mercedes, no, in Europe has an important assistance.
Right.
Because if the machine has a problem, no, they call the assistance. 40 minutes and the assistance is here.
Right.
Very light.
So we're lucky we get to see this hopefully pulled over, you think?
In a season, I look 3-4 times.
Oh, wow.
In a piece of marble breaks.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Can you believe we saw that marble fall?
That was insane.
I don't want to take it for granted. So Amy, our plan is, if we can't find a really good looking woman marble statue, we're going with the cat or dog. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. That's good plan. Good game plan.
All right, I think I'm gonna get one of these ladies. I saw her in the window first, so I'm gonna be loyal to her. That's what I'm getting. What do you think?
I like it.
Amy, I'm thinking of getting a marble bust of myself.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Don't get ahead of yourself. My body looks like it's chiseled from marble. Not muscular, but like really white. So Amy, where are we now?
We're at a museum.
A museum?
Italy.
In Italy.
Carrara.
Carrara.
Looking at all of the beautiful marble here.
Yeah, so it's right at the bottom of the mine. We picked up a few trinkets, obviously. I think we probably already showed that. But it's at the bottom of the mine. And then these are from the mine themselves.
So this is pretty cool. Just to explain to you why this place is so special.
Yes.
These are marbles from different places in the world.
Yes.
From Spain, from Verona, from Portugal, from other places in Italy.
Got it.
And this is the marble from Carrara. So if you have a nice, like, milky white marble, it comes from right here. It's the only place in the world where you can get that type of marble.
This is where you get the white marble, and that's the top end stuff, right?
Right.
It's harder to get.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we saw this up on the mountain. This is how they actually cut the marble slabs out. Is that this would be diamonds in here, like diamond tipped, and they would kind of saw it circular with that machine right there, and it cuts through and cuts out kind of blocks of marble with the machine. So it's actually not the most advanced process, but they're still using it today when they're cutting out those pieces. And for reference, earlier in the video, we were on the back side of that, and then we worked all the way down, and this was kind of a like the drive down.
Yeah.
It seemed a little sketchy, right?
Oh, it was really scary. We were in fog, it was raining, and you are right, like, on the edge. These roads are not very wide at all.
No. In fact, we were at the highest point, so it might be covered in clouds now. Yeah, we were up further. Sorry. I thought we were over here, but we might have been up here somewhere. Ridiculously high, though. It's a really cool museum. And the whiter pieces with no cracks, harder to get. Those are more valuable. And for a while, you can see they were just cutting into the sides of the mountains that was easy to access, and maybe there was good marble, but then the mountains would collapse eventually. So now they take the entire sides out, and they get a 2-year deal to cut some out, and then they got to renegotiate with the government. And these mountains, like we said before, 29 kilometers. This is just like 1 kilometer of it. 2 kilometers up, and they think it goes 2 kilometers into the ground. You could get a lot of marble because this is completely marble mountains. So it's hard to imagine that Michelangelo would actually come here for months at a time and pick out which marble he wanted to sculpt with.
Pretty incredible.
And that this was captured warriors and SLAVE labor at one point, going back hundreds, if not thousands of years ago.
By hand with a pickaxe.
Yeah, animals, horses, pickaxe. That's crazy, right?
In the BCs is when they
In the
started.
BCs.
In the BCs. Wow.
We're at a blacksmith. Do you find hammers pretty? I think they're striking.
This is the old road of the train. It was made on the 18th century and connect valley to valley.
Quelle bellezze di Napoli sono lì da secoli e secoli, e nessuno si suole a toccare.
Usually it is black, not dark, black.
So one of the things that Amy mentioned is the difference between going on vacation and traveling.
Yes.
And how a cruise ship offers more of a vacation than traveling. What does that mean?
I think when you go on a trip, in my mind, there are 2 distinct categories.
Okay.
One being traveling, where you are really immersing yourself in a culture, you're experiencing a new place, you have kind of boots on the ground there. That's kind of more what we did when we took a few weeks in Thailand and Japan, when we went to a small local place in Costa Rica. In my mind, that's more of what
Traveling through a country,
travel.
renting a car, seeing all the sights, eating at the restaurants, and immersing yourself
Right.
in the travel.
Meeting new people and
Travel.
kind of going on adventures there. Vacations are more like going to an all-inclusive resort. It might be in a foreign country, but let's
be
be
local.
honest, you're probably not really getting much of a cultural experience out of that. And that's okay. That's a great vacation. It's wonderful. I definitely think that cruises fall more into that vacation category. You're getting a really small sampler platter, maybe a little bit of like an amuse-bouche of a new country, but it's not really going to necessarily completely fill your traveling
You're
desires.
not learning
for that
everything
country.
about that
Yeah.
country. Like if you say, hey, we went to Italy for a day on a cruise ship and spent 5 hours in town, you're not nearly as well traveled as somebody who lived there for the week.
Right.
But you can relax, you can eat the same food, sleep in the same bed, not have to haul your luggage around, but
wildly
still get to see
convenient.
a different city every single day.
Yeah, which is pretty incredible that we were able to do that.
So in this case, we chose the vacation, relaxed lifestyle of a virgin voyage. And this was a fun adventure. This was one of my favorite adventures we've done in a long time.
I think it's really, really unique.
Yeah.
It was a little bit adventurous, a little bit educational, and it had a ton of just incredible views.
We did a winery yesterday, and I don't drink wine, so it was just kind of, I was detached from it. Like, I don't know, you're gonna have me taste 6 different wines, and I don't really like any of them. But seeing the world's largest, marble mine, whatever, that quarry, that was just amazing. And being able to get to see the process and the science and the math behind it and everything, that was more fun for me. So this was one of my favorite trips. I'm glad that Amy picked this one out.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Now, make sure to subscribe because we have a separate video for the wine, which you had a great time. You had a lot of wine. And then stick around and subscribe because tomorrow we're going to Rome.
Yes.
So most likely when you watch this, we'll have posted both videos.
Yep.
So you can pick your favorite and watch either one.
Check out some other parts in our adventures in the Mediterranean, and we are also going to Ibiza later this week, and
Ibiza,
we're
France.
gonna go. You know it's not France, right? We're going to take out an ATV and see some caves and kind of go off-roading and explore the less like party scene of Ibiza, more of the natural side.
Yeah, so lots of fun things going on.
Would you look at this water behind us?
Yeah,
That's
it's beautiful,
gorgeous,
right?
Gorgeous. These mountains behind us are all just marble, and you've got some insane super yachts on both sides, as well as just some other just gorgeous sailboats from all over the world. It's absolutely incredible.
And thanks again for joining us on these adventures. A lot of times you're just learning with us, like whatever we hear from the tour guides and stuff, we're going to try to spit back and tell you guys. But a lot of times, we get viewers who are from this area. We get Italian viewers who are like, well, let me tell you the real story about the quarries here. So go ahead and leave those comments. Tell us what your favorite parts are, what you want to see more of. We will be doing more Florida on a Tankful. We will be doing more cruises. We've got one in November coming up. We've got a lot of stuff. My sister just invited us, where she mentioned she was going, and we should go.
You invited yourself.
I invited myself, but she's doing one out of Sault Ste. Marie,
That would be
and I think Ontario, because there's one in Michigan and one in Ontario, and it's a cruise ship going through the Great Lakes, and that's a fun concept
That is
too.
really fun.
So lots of fun adventures in our future, and hopefully in your future as well. So we appreciate you watching. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and stick around for more because we have so many fun trips planned. And check out the archive of all the fun stuff there. And don't forget, we do have a membership section.
Oh, yeah.
The membership section, I do want to mention,
The tips and tricks and maybe some little bit more fun things that we've done.
we gave tips and tricks for Thailand at night, and some of the scenery that we shot in some of the red light districts just wouldn't be monetized.
Yeah.
So we put that in the member section.
Right.
We did one where we did the adult museum in Barcelona. That was one that was probably best for member section. We've got an archive of some of our old animal videos and stuff that maybe
A little bit graphic. graphic.
A little more graphic, a little more adult. Those are in the member section. We have about 120 member section videos, so go ahead and subscribe to that membership. It's I think it's less than $5. It's worth it. It's worth it just to check out more content. All right. So thanks for watching. Check out all those and check out one of our other videos. Adios, amigos.